everybody. So where we left off with May and June in the last video on bridle shy, ear shy, getting their heads down video. Now we're going to pick up right where we left off, and I'm going to put them together. I'm going to show y'all how to do that, and then we're going to drive them out here and hook them to the tires. I've got the stretchers already laid out. We're going to put them on the stretchers and let them drag these tires with me sitting on the tires. I'm not going to use a cart. There's not going to be a tongue. A tongue can hide many evils in a team, y'all. You don't want to get on without a tongue too quick. In the beginning, a cart is nice. It really is, because if they go to backing up, the cart goes with them. Okay, and that's one thing I'm going to show y'all today is backing up. That's one of the videos of today. This video that I haven't showed you yet. They need to know how to back. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all that. Okay, I want y'all to look right here. Remember in the last video how this rope was tight? She's got slack in it now. So guess what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take it off. She'll learn this all on her own. I won't have to do nothing. And I hadn't got her overcheck tight or nothing like that, so it's nothing to do with that. Her overcheck's pretty loose. Back up a little. Come here, back up a little. All right. So, first thing we're going to do, we got to get them together. And then we're going to take them out here and hook them to the tires. So that's kind of our game plan for today. And this rope, I will continue to use this rope from now on for a pretty good while until I get the desired results I want in their heads. Okie dokie. I believe I'm ready to go. I'm going to check my lines right here on her first and check my line over there on June. All right, everything looks pretty good. Now I'm going to move y'all. Okay, now you see how they're spread apart? We got to get them together, right? Now, the way I'm training them is the same exact way I train Kate and Alice. I'm going to train May, since she's a lead mule, I'm going to train her to migrate over to June all on her own. Okay? I'm going to teach her that starting now. I've been already doing it, but I'm going to show y'all how I do it. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is take her lead chain loose up here in the front. I'm going to hold her lead chain and use my hand and tell her to get over. I'm going to say, get over there with her now. And I'm going to make her sidestep over toward June. In a little while, she'll get to where all I have to do is talk to her. She'll do it on her own, okay? All right, get over there with her. Come on. Get over there with her. All right, whoa, that's good right there. Now, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too big of a chore. Now, some of y'all has talked about May chomping her bit. Yeah, she does. It's aggravating, drives me nuts. However, I found that it's just nervous energy. Because if I harness her and leave her tied here for 2 hours by herself, or not by herself, but with June, if I tie them out and let them stand here, she'll quit chomping on that bit. She just does it when she knows that we're about to do something. So I feel like in time, that'll go away. Now, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to buckle their check lines in the middle first. I've already got their outside lines on. And I'm going to go up here and snap their cross lines in their bits. And I'm going to double check everything in the front. Then I'm going to come back and tie their butts and take my lines down. See, I've got my lines tied up right now. So let me get up here and do that. Let's see. I don't have them checked up real high. I kind of got them on a loose check ring. Back up. Come here. Come here. I got a heavy head now. Whoa, whoa. Now this is kind of the parts I wanted y'all to see because they're tender right now in their mouth. They are tender. Like I said, they're still just a little sore. And when you touch that bit and you go to hooking lines up, they're kind of reactive to it. You can do them a favor by being real easy with it. Okay. All right. I need to get June over toward May just a little. Step over just a little, June. Whoa, good, right there. Now I can take my butt strap that I use to tie them together. And again, if you want to, y'all can use a rope like I showed you the other day. Ain't nothing wrong with that rope. The only reason I'm using the butt strap is because I've got them doing good enough that I don't need the rope. And also, I'm taking this thing on and off, on and off, on and off. It's easier to get on and off. I mean, if that matters. Call me lazy, call me efficient, whatever you want to do. All right, so now, get my line unraveled here. And I want to check my lines one more time. I've got a cross line from June going over to May. I've got a cross line from May going over to June. June's got her outside line fixed. May's got her outside line fixed. Now, I need May's lead chain to hook my rear tire together. I got to make me up another chain to hook my rear tires. I do need to do that. Whoa, come here. Now, one thing you need to do right now is make them stand here. Do not let them move. Not right now. Just make them stand here. These are the things I can tell y'all that will show you the difference in a well-broke team and one that's not. This team has just started. They're not well broke yet. Okay? Now, they're both loose. Both of them are loose. They could take off if they wanted to. I've got my lines right here where I can get to them. I'm not in a hurry. This is a maneuver that you do not want to rush. Okay? Now, my plan, just so y'all know, I'm going to take off from the hitch rail, swing them haul to the left. We're going to come around here and go right back out in the yard. And the skidder tires, the tires that we're going to use, let me rotate y'all around where you can see. They're right there. Okay? So let me put y'all back around here. And I'm going to kind of get right here in the edge of the video frame, or maybe y'all can see us turn. Tell you what I'll do. I'll do you better than that. I'll just bring y'all right over here. Now they are loose, so I got to be careful about the way I do things. Whoa now. Make sure y'all can see. Okay. Now, I'm not in a hurry to do this. I have not been in a hurry to do this. I will say what I just did about leaving them untied and stepping away from them. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that with your mules. I'm comfortable with this pair of mules, particularly this pair. Okay? I felt good enough to do it because I've done it enough already. But until you're sure, don't do that. Just leave them tied, move your camera around, do whatever you need to do, and then take them loose. Now, once I've got them loose and I'm standing here with them, don't get in no hurry. Just stand here like I'm doing, talk to y'all, let them think about things. Now, one thing that you do need to do is kind of move your lines, you know, like I'm doing here. Because a lot of times, a lot of mules, when they figure out that you pick the lines up, they think it's time to go and they'll just take off. No, sir. That ain't the way we do things. Because I may need to pick my lines up to adjust them on my shoulder or something like that. Do not want that to be a cue for my team to step off. Okay? See, like right now, I'm going to put my lines up on my shoulders. Okay? Now I'm ready to go. But I want y'all to see how they act. They'll kind of, you know, jerk their head around and they get a little kinky in the way they walk and whatnot. That's how you can tell they're not broke. That's one way. Kate and Alice, when I harness them, they're smooth as silk whenever we turn away from the hitch rail. They're smooth from the time we start to the time we finish. That's a well-broke team, in my humble opinion. All right, now I'm going to be real easy with them because, again, their mouths are just a little sore. And at the very beginning of each day is the worst part. Once they kind of get in the groove and kind of get moving, it gets easier for them. But at the first part of the day, you want to just be kind of easy. As easy as you can. Hold them, but be easy, if that makes sense. Okay, so here we go. All right, May, June, come here, Hall. Easy does it now, Hall. Come here, May, Hall. May. Oh, easy, easy. Whoa, 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 Jim. Whoa. Now, you see how I just swung them around, made them stop? That's going to teach them to be patient. I don't want them swinging around in a hurry and taking off. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So have clear understandings and definitions of what you want out of a team, and then do what you want that team to do. Whoa, now. Whoa. See, they're a little impatient right now, but I'm going to teach them patience. I'm going to teach them that when I say whoa, they'll stand here until I'm ready to go. Okay? Now, don't take off with them moving around and whatnot. See, they're settled. They're both standing there like they're supposed to stand. They're not dancing around. They're just standing there settled. That's what I want. Okay? Now, I am going to move the camera where y'all can see us going out here to these tires. So give me just a second. I'll get that done. We're just going to go slow and easy. All right, May, June, come here. Easy now. Easy. All right, whoa, whoa. Now I'll stop them right here again. Let them take a few steps and stop. Take a few steps and stop. This will teach them patience. It'll teach them that when they leave the hitch rail to swing and smooth and take off and go to wherever we're going to hitch, okay? See, they're settled right back in. It just took that quick. And they settled back in. Now we can go. All right, May, June, come here. You little. Now they might be just a little scared of these tires. That's okay. I'm going to let them look at them. Whoa. See how June shied? We ain't going to do that. All right, now. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll teach y'all the backing in a minute when I can get y'all closer. So let me back them up. Come here, back. Back. Easy, easy. It ain't no boogie monster. Now see how they're getting a little kinky? That's all right. Now they hadn't been worked. See, this is the difference in when they've been worked at the beginning and they have not. Come here. See, after they work a little while, they'll settle right in and everything will be fine. But right now, they're not broke. Come here. Whoa, whoa. Now, I'm going to just sit here and let them look at it. Okay? It's a good idea just to let them do this. And I hope y'all can see what I'm doing from where y'all at. I know it's a little bit of long distance, but they're shying from these tires. So what I'm going to do is stand here and let them look at them for a minute. This is the first time that we've hooked to these tires to where they could actually see it. Okay? I hooked them last night to the stretcher just for a little while, and I put that short on YouTube yesterday so y'all could see it. Today I'm going to show you the actual real deal of what the stretcher is, what it does, and how it helps them. All right, May, June, come here. Easy does it now. All right, whoa, whoa. Now haul. Whoop, haul. Whoa, whoa. Back a little. Back a little. Whoa, that's good right there. Now, whoa, I'm going to hook them. One thing I was going to tell y'all about on hooking them, June is a little bit longer in the neck. May's a little shorter bodied, a little shorter necked. So to keep them on the bit equally and to keep this double tree back here level, I have to hook Alice one length shorter. In other words, I have to drop one extra length on Alice. If I drop 4 on May, I need to drop 5 on, excuse me, did I say Alice? Anyway, June, whoa now. June is a little bit longer bodied than May is, okay? I have to drop one extra length on May when hooking them because May's a little bit shorter. So that'll keep her side of the double tree up even and keep her up on the bit at the same time. Okay. I think I went 4 on May and 5 on June is what I did. I believe that's right. All right, so I got both their insides hooked. Four on May. Five on June. Now that'll keep them together and everything will work out just fine. Get my lines untied. Now again, this is another, let me take my butt strap out. Whoa, now, whoa, whoa, Jim, whoa. Gotta be careful right now because they can move. Whoa, May. They can move and you don't want to get your feet hung up in this stuff. Stand up just a little. Whoa, ho. They gotta have a good solid whoa, just like I did just then. With this stretcher, the idea of it is to keep them up in them chains. Don't let them back up and get slack in it. Whoa, now. Stand up a little. Whoa. The lines will hold them together in the front. The stretcher itself with the chains will hold them together in the back. It's a beautiful thing. Whoa, now. Whoa, now, I said. Whoa. Okay. Today, I'm going to show y'all how this stretcher helps get them around. I'm going to put the GoPro on, let y'all see from the driver's seat how this stretcher, when it's tight and they're pulling this load, these trace chains will just move them. It'll scoop their butt around and just kind of make them step around. It's really good for teaching them the side pass. Really good. And I wish I could have showed it to you the other day, but they just weren't ready for the stretcher yet, okay? You know, ground skidding without a tongue. They weren't ready for that just yet. They're ready for it now. Okay, so the stretcher, again, is going to keep them even. It's going to help level my team. And y'all can go back and watch the stretcher video, and I explain all that about a stretcher and how it works versus a double tree. There is a difference in a stretcher and a double tree, so y'all can go back and watch that video. It's just a few videos back, and I'll explain all that to you there. So let me get the GoPro and get it on my head, and I'll show y'all the first takeoff. That's important. How they act on the first takeoff, a green broke team versus a well broke team. A green broke team might, kind of seesaw a little bit or not get up there together. They may hesitate to take off. One might get ahead of the other, whatnot. It's my job to keep them together, keep them even, and keep them moving. Now, I'm going to tie these lines back one more time just to keep them from going anywhere. And that way, if they do go, well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll put my lines right there. Let me get this other chain. I need to do that first and chain this back tire on. And that's what I got my lead chains for. It's good for that. I'm going to teach y'all how to make them back and let y'all see some more side passing, because backing and side passing is important. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Whoa, now. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Whoa. See how they're getting, see how they're running up there and ducking their butt and all that. That's what a green team will do, y'all. They will do this particular thing, because they kind of avoiding getting under a load. Again, all I'm doing is making them stand up in the traces. See how the trace chains are tight? That's going to keep their butts together for now. All right, so let me go get the GoPro, and I'll be right back. All right, now we haven't done anything, y'all. We haven't moved. All we're doing is sitting here. I'm keeping them stood up in the traces, and I'm taking my time. I mean, if one thing I want y'all to understand about breaking mules is patience, 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 and more patience. You be patient, they'll be patient. You be in a hurry, they'll be in a hurry. Does that make sense? I've had them hooked now for 10 minutes. We ain't went nowhere. I'm not in a hurry, y'all. I don't want them to be in a hurry. Okay, so we've got this other tire back here behind us. I'm gonna show y'all that. See, got our tire. Got our chain hook, got our back tire. I'm sitting on this big tire, so I can ride on it. And it'll be a pretty good load for them, everything considered. They're gonna get to dragging on the asphalt too. That's even a little bit more load. And I'm telling y'all this while I'm taking time to let them kind of settle. Stand up a little bit, May. 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 Whoa. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Whoa. Now stand up a little. Stand up a little. Whoa. Whoa. I want to just kind of keep them tight in the traces. I don't want them backing up. I want them to keep them traces tight. That's going to do a couple things. Okay, the first thing it's going to do is going to keep them together in the hind end. Okay, the second thing it's going to do is it's going to adjust their clutch whenever they go to take off. They're not going to hit this load real hard taking off. Now, whoa, we don't want to do that. And the best way to set a team, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all about that today too. We're going to talk about setting a team. We're going to talk about putting them in reverse. We're going to talk about sidestepping. We're going to cover several different things today. Okay, the first thing we're going to do since we're taking off is we're going to talk about adjusting the clutch and getting them to pull, you know, a heavy load. This load is fairly decently heavy for them. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Now, whoa. Come here, haw. Haw. Whoa. Now, whoa. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Whoa. Whoa now. Now, they're not going to listen as good right now as they will here in another 30 minutes. But they got to get the idea when I tell them stand up to keep them traces tight. Now, the best way to teach them this is on a wagon with a load on a wagon going uphill. Stand up. Whoa. Now, whoa. Stand up. Whoa. Stand up. Come here, haw. Come here, haw. Whoa. Now, whoa. Now, see, they're dancing around and beating around and banging all that mess. But I got to tell y'all how we're going to start this because it'll make more sense to you as we go. Keep them chains tight, y'all. And on a wagon on a hill, make them stand there and hold that wagon and lean into the traces. When they lean into them traces, y'all, it stretches them out and it puts them in a position to pull for when you take off. Not to mention the fact that when they do take off, they don't just hit it and slam into it. You want them to duck their hind end and shove with their back legs. Okay, so now let's get them started pulling and get some of this edge off of them so they listen to me a little bit better. Right now they're just a little kinky. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call their names and then I'm going to let them walk on off. Now, if they don't walk off together, I'm going to stop them. We'll start over. All right, May, June, come here. All righty, y'all got it. That ain't a bad start for the very first start. It ain't a good start. You know, it ain't a real good start, but it ain't bad. Not for the first one. We'll let them get the edge off and then they'll mind us a little bit better. Now, see how they're weaving in and out? Some of that is because they're trying to avoid the load. But I make them start straight. Whichever way I stop them is the way I want them to go when I make them step off. Now, if I turn them left or right and then tell them, you know, the W word, I want them to go from that standpoint. And sometimes you might have to do that to pull a log sideways or something to get it broke loose, and then you can, you know, as the log comes around, it'll straighten itself up and they'll get more load. You can teach them how to pull doing it that way too, because you give them a chance to take 3 or 4 steps before they get 100% of the load. You know, starting the log sideways. Now I want y'all to watch them as they turn here. See them trace chains, how them chains stay tight? Them chains will pull or make their, stand up. Them chains will make their butt come on around. June's just a little bit ahead of me right now, but that is okay. That stretcher, the further she gets ahead, the more load she'll get. She'll learn to stay back here with me. They're still new to the road. Come here, you. They're listening now. They're wanting to stop. Now I just want to talk to you about a few things now since we've got kind of the edge off of them. Y'all as a team gets to be more broke. When you're breaking them, they have to do what I call come down. In other words, they'll be excited in the very beginning, and as you work them, they'll come down. Okay, the first week might take you, hour and a half, 2 hours to get them to come down until they're a manageable, even kill pace. And they're listening. Okay, the second week might take you an hour maybe to get them to come down. Okay, then the third week it might take them 30 minutes, and then the fourth week it might take 15 minutes, and then the fifth week it might take them 10 minutes. The sixth week 5 minutes. The seventh and eighth week 0 minutes. They'll start out just like they're supposed to. And at that moment, that's when you know you're getting them broke. Now, I want to show you one thing I've been doing with May. Now, see, they're standing up there in the traces right now like they're supposed to. That's what I want, just like this. You see the way they're standing? That's the way I want them to stand. Both of them is kind of leaned into it a little. All right, now May has been holding her head out to the left, out to the outside. The lines are adjusted right. She's just being finicky. So, I got my G-string right here that I use for one line. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. I'm gonna put it in her bit ring, and that'll hold her head. That'll hold her head, whoa now. That'll hold her head over to the right. See, it's loose right now. If she tries to push her head over to the left, it's gonna cause her to, you know, that chain's gonna tighten up. So, that's one thing. Now, let's see. Okay. See, it don't take long to get their attention with these tires, and especially with me sitting on it, and especially on this asphalt. It pulls harder. But go a little while, lug them a little bit, let them stop. Do not let them stop on their own. Don't push them that far. Let them rest before they stop on their own. And if I need to here in a few minutes, I'll get off these tires and I'll start walking. That ain't a big deal. But for now, I'm gonna stay on the tire and help get them, it'll help bring them down just a little quicker. They come down pretty good today. We ain't even worked, shoot, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, and they've come down pretty good. They're not doing any of that herky-jerky stuff anymore. This team's gonna come around real quick, I do believe. They're pretty smart, both of them are. They're gonna make a nice team. Now that they've got the traces tight or snug, and they're kind of leaning into it a little bit, they're set up in a position to pull. Okay, now most of the time June will step off before May does, most of the time. So whenever I call their names, I'll call her name first, because that'll get her attention to get her set up to go on. You know, June's already paying attention. She's, look at her ears up there. See how May's head's just sort of bobbing, and June, look at her ears up there. Her ears are straight back toward me. Now May pays attention every once in a while, but she's moving her head. She's still got a little bit of them taller tendencies about her. But that'll all go away, and she'll start paying more attention too, and she'll be just as good a mule as June is. They'll be great together. Her mama was good. Her mama was good. They were both good mares. So I've got high expectations for these colts. But we've already got them in a position to pull, so let's step them up and see how they do. Now, if they don't start off together and they get to doing all that seesawing mess, I'm going to stop them and start over. And whoever's the one that's lagging behind will be the one to get a little bit of attention, if that makes any sense. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is pick my lines up. That lets them know to wake up and get their mind right. Okay. Now, all right, May, there you go. That was perfect. Now I kind of had to hold them with the lines a little. Whoa. Now I sort of had to hold them with the lines a little, y'all. And I know last night on the YouTube short I posted it. Whoa, now if you didn't notice it, June went just a little bit ahead of May. Okay, and we don't want to start that habit. We want them to, we want them to go together every single time. And what that translates into, y'all, is you holding these lines and managing. June's going to go first, so I got to hold her just momentarily. I have to hold her to allow May to step off. May needs to get her mind right just a little bit quicker than what she does. Okay, that was a good start that they just done just then. Both of them got the stretcher tight at the same time, and it worked out pretty good. So this is the baby steps in teaching them to pull. We're gonna go down here to the end, and then I'm gonna start letting y'all see how this stretcher helps them get around. Once we do that, I'll take them loose and I'll show y'all how to make them back. Okay. All right, May, June, May. Whoa. Now see, that time they didn't get together. Okay, so I just stopped them. We're gonna start over. All right, May. Whoa, y'all can't do it like that. Now see how they're seesawing? They can't pull like that. So I'm gonna have to steady them a little bit better and get them up there together. All right, May. Whoop, y'all can't go sideways neither. Stand up. Come here, Hall. Stand up, Hall. Now, whoa. Stand up a little. Stand up a little. Get up there in the traces. Stand up a little. Whoa. All right, now come up, May. All right. Stand up here. Now, whoa, now. Now, I'll just tell y'all, this is aggravating. But this is necessary. You've got to go through this, y'all, if you want a team that is going to pull together every single time on every single pull. You don't want one mule pulling all the load and the other mule letting it. Okay? This is important. And in the beginning, it's aggravating because they do stuff like this. Instead of going, they're trying to avoid the load is what they're doing. And that's what I was telling y'all about earlier about them walking sideways. When they're unbroke, they'll run sideways. If you ain't careful, they'll try their best to avoid this load. And that's something you don't even want to start. All right, now come here, Hall. Stand up. Come here. Come here to me. Stand up now. Now come here, May. What? Stand up here. Now, whoa, ho. All right, now stand up. Get up here. Whoa, ho. My line got hung a little. Now I want to square them up first. That's the main thing. You got to get them square. They need to be on that bit at the same time. Both of them are square now. All right, May, June, come here. There they go. That's the way they're supposed to do it. Every once in a while, you kind of have to scare them a little bit. You have to smack them with the lines, get you a switch, whatever it takes. And the one that ain't doing it, that's the one you need to switch. But don't do it while they're moving. Stop them, smother them down with the lines, and switch them a little bit. Get them revved up, and then let them step on off and go. One thing pulling this load will do will make them stand up in the harness and straighten up. See, I'm not having to hold a whole lot of line tension on them, y'all. They don't have a tongue or a breast yoke to hold them straight. This load is what's making them stand up straight. This load will make them walk straight. It'll make them square up in that collar. Oh, now I just want to check my single trees because I want to make sure I got them hooked right. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's jacked up just a little. There it is. Okay. All right. So we got 4 on her. We got 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. Okay, we're good. Everything's good. I just want to double check that. I don't want them pulling sideways at all. And sometimes it can be a equipment malfunction. I don't want it to be my fault that they ain't doing right. Now they're up there in the traces. They're level. So we're gonna start them. All right, May. Whoa. All right, now come here. There you go. In a little while, they'll learn to get their feet together and they'll learn to stay together every time. But it's baby steps right now. And y'all, these are kind of the finer points of driving. This is the kind of thing that a lot of people does, you know, well on down the road. But I don't want to have to worry about that later. I want to establish it in my colts right now. This load, y'all, will break them from the back end instead of the front end. I'm not having to hold a whole lot of pressure on them. This load is holding the pressure on them. They ain't not gonna run away with this load, I guarantee it. And I'm not having to stay in their mouth as hard. That'll help them get their mouth healed up too. G. G little mate. Mate, G little. Whoa, ho, whoa. Mate, you ain't listening good enough now. Before we start this maneuver, I want y'all to understand what I'm looking for. Okay, you don't know where you're going until you know where you've been. And unless you know where you're going, the desired direction, you ain't gonna know what to do to fix it. Okay? The idea of this exercise, doing these figure eights right in here, and we're gonna kind of tighten these figure eights up. The idea of it is to get them moving their back end with their front end. When this thing starts coming around, it's gonna pull their legs around and keep them in line. Okay, the trace change are gonna accomplish that. The tongue on a cart does not accomplish that. I'm sorry to tell you, but it just don't. If you wanna get animals that sidestep really good, right here, this is how you do it. I promise you. And I'm gonna show you right here, right now. All right, we've already been building on making them go together. We wanna keep doing that throughout this whole thing. I want y'all to watch how I start them every single time. Not just one time, but every time. We're gonna start them the same way every single time. All right, May, June. Whoop, now whoop. Now see, May went first that time and June didn't. Stand up a little, May. Stand up a little, May. Get up here now, don't y'all back up on me. Come here, whoa. Stand up a little, May. Now, whoa. All right, now come up, get in there. All right, come here, Haw. Come here, Haw. Come here to me, Haw. See how them chains is pulling them around? Come here. All right. Now G. Come here, G little. Come here, G little. May, G little. G Yeah, little. Yeah, little. Come here to me. Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Yeah. Watch it how it pulls their butts around. Come here. Yeah. And we're gonna get tighter as we go. All right, now Haw. Come here, Haw. Come here to me, Haw. Come here. Haw, Haw. Come here. Stand up. All right, now G. Come here, May. Yeah, May. Yeah, May. Come here. We'll get tighter as we go, y'all. Tighter and tighter. Come here. Straighten up. Come here. Straighten up now. They got to keep moving. They can't stop. Come here, Haw. Come here, Haw, June. June, Haw. Come here. Come here to me, Haw. Stand up. All right, now G. Come here. G, little. Come here, G, little. Come here, G. G. See how they're staying on them trace chains? They'll get off them trace chains in a little while. And they'll just step around on their own. Come here, Haw. Come here. Oh, Haw. Come here, Haw. All right. Come here. All right, now G. G. You got to keep them moving. That's why I'm clucking to them, kissing to them, whatever it takes, keep them moving. This is not a standstill maneuver. This is a moving maneuver. All right, now come here, Haw. Come here to me, Haw. Come here, Haw. Pulling this load will slow them down in the turns too, and they'll learn to take their time. But you don't want them to stop. That's the main thing. All right. All right, now come here, G. Come here, G. G. Come here, G. Get my lines untied. Come here, Haw. Come here. Come here to me, Haw. Got to get off them chains, mate. Come here, Haw, Haw. Come here, Haw. All right. All right, now G. Come here, G, mate. Yeah, mate. Yeah, straighten up a little. Come here. Straighten up. Whoa, ho. Now, I'll tell y'all kind of what I was doing as we was going. If you're turning to the right, hold a little left line tension on them. When they're going to the right, hold a little left line tension on them to keep their heads straight. Don't worry about the back end. The trace chains will take care of that. And yes, y'all, you will rub some hair off their legs. Their hair is starting to grow back now from where it did when we first started. I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell it or not, but the hair is already growing back. I've been keeping Furazone on it. Everything's fine. Y'all, this is necessary. If you want, stand up. If you want a well-broke team, this is necessary, and you are going to rub the hair off. I don't care if you got leather tugs, if you got nylon tugs, or biothane tugs, or trace chain like I got. You're going to rub the hair off of them, period. You can put a pillow around it, and you're still going to rub the hair off their legs. It's just going to happen. That's the way it is. But if you want a well-broke team that'll mind you, and will step around like they're supposed to, it's necessary. Okay, so whenever I'm turning them, the lines is going to keep their heads together and keep them straight. Okay, that's what the lines is for up at the bits. The trace chains back here is going to keep them together at the back. The more we do this maneuver, the better they're going to get about moving their back end with their front end. That's what this maneuver is good for. I'm not going to wear y'all out on this part of the video. Okay, I just wanted to show you what it does accomplish. A stretcher does help level your team, because as one mule gets ahead, it gets more and more load. That's one difference between it and a double tree. You do got some swing in it like this, but not as much as a double tree. And the way it makes this V back in this chain, it gives it more load. Again, y'all go back and watch the stretcher video, and I'll explain all that to you in detail if you don't understand it. Okay. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all them fanning with this stretcher. It's probably not gonna be pretty because they're still not moving their back ends with their front ends. And I'm probably gonna have to take my lines and pop them to make them stay up in the trace chains. Them trace chains will keep them straight, fanning just like it did when you were turning, if you keep them up there on the bit and keep them in the trace chains. It will accomplish the same thing, and you'll get a lot better fanning technique. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate that to you and just let you see what that looks like. It ain't gonna be pretty, but I'm gonna let you see it. Then after that, I'll cut them loose from the tire, and we'll get out over here somewhere and I'll show you how I make them back. We'll cover that. Now, I'm gonna go to the left. I'm gonna go haul first. We got May on the left, we got June on the right. I'm gonna tell May to hold it. I'm gonna tell June to go haul. Okay, and then when we go the other way, we're gonna do it the other way around. We want them both to stay up in the bits. We want them both to keep the trace chains tight. And that's why I tell them to stand up. You might hear me tell them to stand up. If I tell them to straighten up, that means I'm pulling a little bit of outside line tension and making them straighten their bodies up. Okay? All right, whoa, May. Haul, June. Whoop. Now, whoa, May. Haul, June. Come here, haul. June. June, haul. Haul, haul. Easy. Easy. Stand up, May. Whoop. Whoop. Now, I don't want them to get too fast doing this. So that's why I let them take a step or two and I go whoop, whoop. Because I do not want them doing this fast. This is a very hard maneuver to do, and it makes it 10 times harder when they do it fast. Okay? Well, May, haul, June. Haul. Come here. Come here to me, haul. Come here, haul. Whoop, whoop. Stand up, May. Whoop. All right, now haul, come here. Haul. Whoop, haul. Whoop, haul. Stand up. Whoa. Now, whoa, 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 whoa. The main thing right now, above anything else, y'all, is to keep them up in that bit. I don't care what the turn looks like. That turn will fix itself with time. They've got to stay up there in that bit. That's the main thing right now. All right. Now, whoa, June. G, May. Whoop. Whoa, June. G, May. G. Stand up, June. Whoop. Now, G. G. Straighten up, May. Whoop. Get my lines back between them. All right, come here. Stand up, G. Whoop. G. Stand up. Whoop. Now, G. Stand up, June. G. G. Straighten up, May. G. G. May. Now, G. 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 Stand up. Don't back up on me. Come here. G. Come here to me. G. Whoop. Stand up, June. Whoa. Now. All right, now come here, haul. Whoop. Whoop. Stand up. Now haul. Whoop. 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 Whoa, now. When they don't stop, I'll make them stop. All right. Now come here. Haul. Easy. Stand up. Now haul. Whoop. Whoa, now. Y'all going too fast. And y'all, when you tap them with the lines and you smack them with the lines to keep them up in the trace chains, they're gonna go too fast. Okay, because you're motivating them to move their feet. So you stop them, calm them back down, start over. All right, now come here to me, haw. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Haw, June, come here. Come here. Whoa, ho. All right, now G, little. What? Whoa. Now, whoa, June. G, May. Whoa. Come here, G. Do not let them walk forward, y'all. Don't let them back up either. G. G, come here. Straighten up, May. Whoop. Now, G. G. Come here. G. Straighten up. Whoa. Now, G. Come here. G. Come here. G. Whoop. Whoop. Now, see, I don't want them walking forward, and I don't want them backing up. Right now, y'all, that is my main focus on what we're doing. I do not want them going forward. I do not want them backing up. I want them to stay right there and make that arc around. I want them to arc around. Okay? Around me. I don't want them backing up. I don't want them going forward. Stay up there in a bit and just make your arc. Now, G, come here. G. G. What? What? Don't you do that. Stand up here. Now, G, little. G. G. Ah. Ah. Whoa. G. Stand up here. Listen to me. Come here. Stand up. Whoa. Ho. Now, G. Come here. G. Whoa. All right. Whoa. I would rather them stay up in the bit than the actual prettiness of the side pass. The side pass will get pretty as they learn where to stay. Does that make sense? All right, had to swap out my GoPro battery. Now we're still over here on the right side. We're gonna swing them back around. Again, I want them to stay in the same spot. Side passing right now is not as important as them minding me and staying up there where they belong and not going forward, not coming back, but not going forward. We definitely don't want them coming back because they can come back over the top of us. We definitely don't want that. So they gotta mind me and listen to my voice and stay where I want them to stay. All right, whoa, May. Haw, Jim, come here. Haw. Whoop, whoop, haw. Come here, haw. Haw, haw. Whoop. Stand up. Stand up, May. Now, whoa. Whoa. Now, see, she backed up, and she backed up too much. And that's a bad habit that she's got. So we're gonna fix that. Now, come here to me, haw. Come here, haw. Haw. Haw, haw. Come here. Haw. Stand up, May. Stand up, May. Now, haw. Stand up, May. Stand up, May. Stand up, May. Now, haw. Come here. Whoop. Whoop. Now, haw, haw. Come here. Haw. Haw. Come here. Come here to me, haw. Whoa. Whoa. All right, now they're all the way over here, haw. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad. We're gaining a little bit of ground, at least. All right, now, G, come here. Whoop. Whoop. Whoa, June. G, May. Stand up. Whoop. Stand up here. Whoa. Whoa. Stand up a little. Whoa. Whoa. All right, now come here, G. Stand up, G. G. Whoa. Now, I'm just gonna let them straighten things out. We're gonna make a figure 8 here. And then once we do, we'll unhook and I'll show you how to do reverse. All right, May, June, what? Come here. Come here. They started together, that's good. Now we're just gonna do some figure 8. Come here, haw, haw. Come here, haw, little. Haw, little. Easy does it now. Don't get in too big a hurry. All right. All right, now G, come here, G. G, May. G, little. Come here, G, little. Now they're learning G and Hall doing this too, y'all. G little, come here. G little. And as I do the figure 8s, again, I'll get my turns tighter and tighter. All right, now come here. Come here, Hall. Come here, Hall, Hall. Come here, Hall. Hall, Hall, come here. All right. All right, now come here, G. Come here, G. G, mate. G, come here to me. G. Come here, G. All right. Oh, good. I got them stretched out and got them together. So we got all the slack out of everything. Now I'm gonna have to get them back up just a little bit so I can get them unhooked. So we'll start the backing thing right now. I'll just tell you all how I do it. There's 100 ways of doing things, and if you get the desired results you're supposed to get, then your way is probably a good way. However, if your way don't work, then it probably ain't a good way. Now this is the way I do it. First I call their names and I tell them to back, and then I pull on the lines just a little bit, and I look for any little bit of direction toward me coming back. And at any bit of direction that they give me towards me, I release the lines and tell them whoa. I reward them for that good behavior. Okay? All right, made you back. Whoop, whoop, back. Whoop, back. 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 Oh, that's good. Whoa. Now I had to pull them with the lines a little bit, but as soon as they step back, I let off the lines. Okay, so that's the first step right there. So let's unhook this stretcher. I'm just gonna take them plumb loose. And we gotta tie our butts together. See, this is why I'm not using the rope. It's just because this is a little easier to hook and unhook. Because we'll do this a few times. They're getting practice hitching right now too, in case y'all hadn't thought about that. I'm gonna let their trace chains just drag the ground, make some racket. That'll be good for them too. Everything you can do for them is good for them. All right, we're gonna step them up out here. Come here. I see them trace chains is making noise. Now I'm just gonna ground drive them right here just for a little bit. Let them settle down. Let them get used to these chains. I guess y'all can see the chains dragging. I'm gonna let them stretch out in front of me a little so y'all can see them. It's best to be closer to your team to maintain better control. However, for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna stay back from them just a little bit so y'all can see what's going on. Now see June, she's looking at these white marks on the ground. She's shying away from them a little. And that's okay. All right, come here, G. G. Not too fast. See, this is getting them where they're turning better. They was getting all kind of jacked up turning. One would fly backwards and the other one would go forward, and the turning would just come out real bad, real ugly. And we don't want that. Now I'm gonna try to get crossways of the sun here, so that way we ain't casting no shadows and we ain't y'all can see them good. All right, whoa. Now that ain't bad. I think they're used to the traces doing its thing. So to get a team to back, again, you got to put pressure on them. They learn from the release of pressure, not pressure itself. Whoa. You can put pressure on them all day long, y'all, and make them back from, you know, Tennessee to Mississippi. But that's not going to teach them to back up by your voice. All that's going to do is teach them to get off that pressure. But the thing about it is, you got to give them a release at some point, or they're not going to learn to get off of that pressure. They're just going to learn that you're being a dummy and don't know what you're doing. That's what they're going to learn. Put a little pressure on them, and when they give you a step or two, let off. Okay, so here we go. Back, back. Whoa, It's good. Now see, they give me one step in the rearward direction. Now, I've already done this a little bit. I've had to because of hitching and whatnot. Okay, and I should have done this video a little bit earlier, but I've been trying to cover stuff in the order that I think it's most important. And I'm trying to do it in a way that y'all will understand it. Okay, so again, let's make them come backwards. Now, we ain't worried about them flaring their butts out right now. That is a problem, and that is something we'll fix later, and they will learn to back straight the more they do it. But right now, let's just get them backing. So again, we're gonna ask them to back. All right, now see, they backed up, I let off the lines, whoa. Now this time, I'm gonna insist that they come on back just a little bit further. As soon as they back, and they step on their own, I'm gonna release, and then I'm gonna put a little more pressure and release, a little more pressure and release. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna be staying back, okay? All right, back, come here, back. Now every time they back, I give them a little bit of a release. Back, 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 back. You see them lines go slack whenever they move? Back, back, back. Whoa. Now, let's talk about something right quick. Don't tell them to back up, because that sounds a whole lot like come up. Okay? Tell them to back. Sometimes if you really need to accentuate the situation, you can tell them to back up. But y'all, it sounds an awful lot like come up. Okay? They're young minds. Don't confuse them. Set them up for success. Okay? Let's make them back a little more now. Come here, back. Now, June started backing on her own just by me saying it. She's smart. She's done learning what back is, and she's making it easy on herself. Okay? She's making it easy on herself. Let's get over here in the sun just a little bit where y'all can see better. All right, come here. Come here, G. Good girl. Let's get over here. I want to get over here where y'all can see good. Sometimes this GoPro doesn't do too good in the shadows, and you can't see as good. So I'm gonna get right here. All right, whoa, ho. That'll do. Now, hopefully y'all can see them good. Now, I want y'all to watch my lines and watch their feet, okay? Let me adjust my camera down just a little bit. Whoa, June. Whoa, June. Now, whoa. Come here, Haw. Stand up. Whoa. Come here, Haw. Stand up, Haw. Whoa. Whoa. Now, I got them set where I want them. We're going to back straight up from right here where they're at. I'm gonna call on them and tell them to back. And every time they make a step, they get a little bit of a release in the line. Back, step at a time. Back, just a step at a time, y'all. Whoa. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna teach them to back slow and easy, and you can be more precise with your team. And it's also going to encourage them to listen to your voice and back just because you ask them to, not because you're tugging on the lines. Now see how June's moving? She's moving because I'm saying the B word. She's already putting it together. Back up, come here, back. Back, May, back, June. Back, May, back, June. Straighten up, May. May, straighten up. May, back. Straighten up, May. There you go, good girl. Back. Come here to me, back up, back, straighten up, May, back, whoa. Now, did y'all see the way May straightened up? She didn't do that on her own, y'all. I made her do that. Now, if I hadn't have told y'all, y'all might have been fooled and thought that she's just super smart mule. No, I made her straighten up, but I told her to straighten up before I made her. Okay, in a little while, I won't have to correct her. All I'll have to do is call her name, tell her to straighten up, and she'll do it all on her own. Just like if I want them to come this way, toward me, they'll do it just by me talking to them. June's already picking up on it. All right, May, come here, back. They're soft on the lines right now, which is good. And you know why they're soft on the lines? They're soft on the lines because I'm doing one step at a time, pressure and release training. One step at a time, pressure and release. You don't see me just bowed up on these lines, hauling on the lines to make them back up. Look, I didn't even pull on the lines, y'all, and they're backing up. Do you see where I'm going with all this? Do you see the training philosophy here that I'm trying to teach y'all and trying to get across. You do not have to be rough on them to get them to do what you want them to do. Now, every once in a while, if you need to be rough, you be just as rough as you need to be. If you need to pop their mouth or do whatever to get their attention, you do whatever you have to do to make it work. Because they have to mind you. Look at their ears. Their ears are toward me back here. They're listening. They're waiting on my next command. Now let's make them back a little more. June, May, back. 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 Straighten up, May. May, straighten up. Now back. May, straighten up, back. Straighten up, May, back. 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 Straighten up, May. Back. Back. Straighten up now. Whoa. Now they gotta know whoa, and we've already taught them all that. We taught them all that here a while back. Okay? So, what have we learned today? We've learned how to take our time going away from the hitch rail. We've learned how to take our time hitching and keeping them up in the trace chains. We've learned what the stretchers will accomplish on the tires, keeping the chains, tugs tight. They do not work if you don't keep them tight. In other words, if you don't keep them up in the bit and keep the tugs snug, it ain't gonna help you none. But if you do keep the tugs snug, it's gonna draw their back ends around and keep them in line with their heads. And also, it's gonna help them draw a heavy load. When they start a load together, they ain't gonna have that extra slack to snatch it. That is a pet peeve of mine, y'all, that I absolutely hate. I cannot stand that when an animal starts snatching a load. There's very, very, very rare times that you need to snatch a load like that. Very rare. You go out and get wagon rides, and your team starts off so fast that whenever they start a load, they jerk it so hard and it near about knocks some people down in the wagon. You know, don't do that. It's not good on their necks either. It's not good on your harness. You can break stuff. Let them start that load nice and slow and easy. And again, if it's too heavy to start, like if it's a big log, okay, say you got your team facing this way. Say your log is facing this way, okay? You got me? The log's going that way. Your team is going this way. Okay, so our team is like this. Does that make sense? Okay, whenever they start to pull, they pull sideways. They can make 4, 5, or 6 steps before they get 100% of the load. That's going to encourage this young team to pull and keep going forward. If they have to pull straight away on it right away in the beginning, it might discourage them. Okay, if you need to move a heavy load and it won't move and you ain't got enough mule or you ain't got enough horse, then you got to get a block line and tackle. You got to pull sideways. You got to pull the load sideways. Don't let the mules pull sideways, but pull the load sideways. In other words, like I told you, if the log is going this way and the team is going this way, as long as that team walks off and goes straight, you don't want them swinging left and right as they pull. You want them to go straight that way. The log may be facing this way. That's fine, because whenever that team pulls that log around and it gets straight behind them, they're going to get 100% of the load right then. But you're going to give them 6 or 8 steps to gain all that 100% of that load. Does that make sense? Okay, so now we've talked about drawing a heavy load and setting a team. Hold them with the lines when they're taking off. If you know one's gonna move before the other one does, hold that mule and let this other one get up there and get in the bit. If it don't, then you need to stop them. You need to switch his back legs or whatever it takes to rev him up a little bit, and he'll be a little bit more willing to get up there on it next time. Okay, don't whip him going forward. That's a no-no. I kind of learned this method from my buddies Jeff Fergie and John Walker, and mainly Jeff Fergie, because Jeff taught it to John, and John has shared it with the rest of us. And anyway, so if you want a team that's going to really shove hard on a load and pull, that's the way you get them to do it, y'all. Don't put them on something that they can't pull. Have your harness adjusted right. Set them in the traces. And again, it works best when you got a loaded wagon, like a log wagon. You want some weight on that wagon, so when they start pulling up a hill, stop them. And don't hold the brakes on the wagon. Make that team hold them. And I'll show y'all, whenever I put them to the log wagon, I'll actually show y'all a video of how I make them hold that wagon on the hill. I think this team will do it just fine because they've been doing it. They do it with the tires and they do it with the carts. I don't think they're going to be hard to teach. It took me a little while to get Kate and Alice to do it, but y'all, I'm telling you, once I got them to holding that wagon on the hill, man, they got to where they pulled so much better. They started a load so much better. They will squat their hind end because they're already stretched out, y'all. When they're holding that load on a hill, they're already stretched out and they've got their butt down sitting there scotching that load. And then when you call on them, all they got to do is push off with their back legs. They're already loaded and cocked and loaded and ready to go, if that makes any sense. So, we're going to end the video for today. I thank all of you for following along with me and May and June and Kate and Alice and following our adventures. I don't have anybody here right now to help me, so y'all ain't gonna be able to see me, but I'm gonna hook them back to these tires over here and I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna work right on into the dark. But I just wanted y'all to know where we're at, what we're doing, and how I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so we've learned how to hitch, how to stand, how to back, you know, what these tires are doing. We've done all that. Okay, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from it. I hope these videos are being productive for you to where you can get something from it positive. I'm not trying to be hard on nobody, not trying to say anybody's way is bad. If it works for you, keep doing it. If it don't work for you, maybe you can study some of what we got going on. It might help you. Again, I'm gonna put my email up here on the screen. If y'all need me, call me or email me. And if you need to call me, when you email me, tell me, give me your number. I'll call you, we'll get together and we'll make something happen. Whatever we need to do. I'm here to help y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. So y'all can learn and we all learn together. And some of these things I can see from the outside doing these videos. I go back and watch them and I think, oh, well, I need to do that a little bit different. When I see something that needs to be done different, I'll tell y'all. Look, thank y'all for being here. I love you all. Work hard, play hard. I'll be praying for you. If you need me, holler at me. I'll see you next time.